Welcome to the Branding is Like Dating video training series by Branding Chicks. So, it's almost Valentine's Day. I'm sure that you're thinking a lot about love, but are you thinking about brand love? That's the real question. Well, if you're not, that's okay, because that's what we're here for. So today, for part one, we're talking about how to attract your customer and how to make the first move. So similar to dating, that attraction period is very important. You want to turn their heads. You want them to take a double take when you're involved. And the reason why is because that initial attraction is what lets people know that they want to look a little bit closer. You've piqued their interest, and that part is important. So as a brand, that happens in all kinds of ways. That means that your website may be their first foray into learning about you. It may be your business card. It may be your messaging. It may even be your CEO or some representative from your brand that meets someone else. And that is their first foray into what you're all about. So that attraction period is very important. They may not know a whole lot about you, but as long as they want to, then you're on the right track. So after that, then you want to think about taking a closer look. And taking a closer look is where it really starts to get interesting. So think about your first date. There's a lot of questions being thrown around, and that's because at that point, your most important goal is to get to know the other person as much as possible. So you're going to ask them about their family, you're going to ask them about the things that they care about, the things they like, the things they don't like, because you're really trying to find out what they respond to and how that may fit into what you like and what you don't like and what things are really important to you. So taking a closer look is a process. It may not always be just one date. It may go into a couple of other dates. It may be lots of late night conversations on the phone. And for a brand, it's similar to that. So it may be your newsletter. It may be new updates to your website. It may be the introduction of new products. But all that means is that you give your customer, your audience, a chance to get to know you on multiple levels at multiple different times. So that taking a closer look period is very important. So it's just as much a part of what you're doing as it is how they receive it. So the third part of that is flirting. So after you found out a little bit more, then it's time to let them know that you're interested, right? So letting them know that is really important because that means that you've aligned your goals. You know that you want to engage with them, and they're really still thinking about whether they want to engage with you. But similar to how we are as people, when you find out that someone else is interested, then it makes you look a little bit closer, right? So if they're cute and they like you too, then you might want to take a closer look and think about this a little bit more. So that flirtation happens on multiple levels as a brand, similar to how it does as a person. So after you've flirted with them a little bit and you've thought about your level of engagement, it's time to take it to the next level. So you have to make a move. So are you ready to make a move as a brand? You have to think about what that means. And from a branding standpoint, that means asking your audience to take some action to engage with you. So is it that you're going to ask them to buy into an introductory service? Does that mean that you want them to buy one of your products so that is a gateway for them to do something else with you? You have to think about what that action is so that you can put it all on the table and tell them what you want. Tell them how you want to engage with them. And because you have the foundation that you've already laid with your flirtation and your attraction, it makes it a lot easier to make that request and have your audience actually be ready to make that move. So you have to strike while the iron is hot. If you want to learn more about Branding is Like Dating, how to woo your customers and have them fall in love, go to brandingchicks.com. We'll be your wingman.